Hi everyone, welcome back to robocraft. Um, Actually, nice. I got something. Okay. Well, since we last played this game, I've done a little bit of changing, and I managed to get a decent type of robot build, which I'm actually going to add to a little bit to here in just a second, um, to see if it will improve it any. Jesus, that thing is huge. That might add enough weight to level it out. Also makes me move faster going forward. Actually, let's see. I know some people would probably get annoyed with me that I'm actually burning potential useful items, but it all has to do with the way I play. Um, Primarily, I focus on one type of unit, and then I stick with it until I get around to doing some modifications to it. And once I've got it essentially the way that I want it to be, then I'll start working on an alternate. But that being said, because of the way that I do actually do these, um, okay, okay, that should help me with my left and right movement. It may be enough to actually even out my, I was having a little bit of an issue with it where it had too much weight up front, so it was constantly moving forward. So with air units, you actually do have to get the balancing, the weight distribution correct, otherwise you'll be all over the place. Oh, and one thing I've noticed is that it seems as if the easiest way to get into matches is on the battle arena, which I'm guessing is a smaller variation of the brawl. Because essentially, I've played both, and they both typically end up in the same situation. And it looks like they've got a 100 player massive battle using this. I might take a look at that actually. I'm not sure as to I'm guessing it's its own separate thing. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm probably going to take a look at it because I think it'd be kind of interesting. But then again, if you think about it, if it's everybody against everybody, then it's also going to get pretty chaotic. But with this particular unit, my focus is improving it, basically. I got to get its balancing corrected, and I need to, which this match should tell me if the balancing has been corrected or not. And then another thing I need to do is improve on its weaponry. And I've noticed the weaponry has been getting progressively bigger as I get stronger versions of the weapon. Um, I do want to get a energy recharge, and then anything else I can add to it up until I get it complete, which is essentially when it hits just under 2,000 CPU, which is the limit for multiplayer matches like this. But I figured I'd just do a quick short little video of this. to show where my progress is with it, and uh, just something new to put out there. Looks like my team's at a slight disadvantage. Depending on how well the Shockwave 1146 is built, I could have an issue. Says it's a starter mech, but that means nothing. It could simply mean that they just didn't name their machine. But from the looks of it, he uses a similar weapon types as I do, so he might be a flyer. Alright. Okay, it looks like my weight balance is still out of order. Okay, I got good strafing, and forward is crazy. It almost wants to throw me. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, we're getting severely stomped in this match. Well, shoot. Well, that was a quick ass kicking, wasn't it? That's because I was the only one on my side doing anything. Uh, oh well. That's one of the problems with going in with random teams. You can potentially end up with unreliable people, which, then again, there's some situations which I myself are not very reliable, but it kind of depends on the game. Uh, yeah, there was one match that aggravated the crap out of me while I was trying to get the credits I need to build this unit. Is I was the only one out fighting. Everybody else was just sort of sitting in the underneath the shields. Depending on how long the matches go, I might get 2 or 3 matches out before I cut the episode. But for the most part, I like the game. There's a lot of creativity to it. But there are, well, I know one thing I noticed on one of the previous matches, it actually confirmed that I can put missile pods on this thing, which is going to be nice. Those missile pods are going to help a lot, especially with um, certain types of units, because I like, as much as I like bombing the area, they really don't, oddly enough, is they don't do as much damage as I figured they would unless they're a direct hit. And while my choice for anti-air is nice, I'm trying to figure out either a supplement or an alternative to my current ground-based, my anti-ground weaponry. Well, like I said, I do like the grenades, but it seems like they just don't do a whole lot of damage. At least to me, that's what it feels like. Because there's some units out there that I can well on for days and not really do any meaningful damage to them. Hopefully this match will go a little bit better. go back here and do crowd control. I'm gonna have to take that engine off the back because it's just too much of a forward push on me, because it's actually causing me to not be able to arc my rounds right. But yeah, so far it looks like the matchmaking does need a little bit of work, because I don't know how they base it off of, but it seems like sometimes it comes out where it's a close match all the way through, and then other times it feels like it's severely off balance to the point where one team can't do anything at all. But then again, nothing like that's perfect. Okay. Okay, so that didn't help me in the way that I had hoped it would. Now this is one of the things I'm wanting to put on my unit to help actually get more rounds out, and this could actually help eventually. Um, I just got to figure out how I'm going to use it. And then I do want to try and put these on, get up to this point with my to replace some of my armor, because I feel like, especially with my tail, it's like if they hit me in just the right spot on my tail, they can blow my unit in half just about. I think I'm gonna save up and get one of these, one or two of these to put on my unit, because I think the lock on fire would be nice. I don't know how long it takes to lock on. I had something I had to have to actually get used to, but I'll see. At any rate, well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, if you liked the video, uh, like. If you like my channel, please subscribe because the subscriptions help. And comment. Like and comment. They give me ideas of what you guys want to actually see and what you think I'm doing good on and what I'm not. I could use the feedback. At any rate, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.